Today we're checking out some more Star Trek The Next Generation Season 7.
Geordi, have you found it yet?
Oh,
Not yet.
he's not wearing his visor.
I'm starting to get some fumes. Ammonia, fluorine, potassium chloride.
Maybe don't stand right in the fumes. Where's his visor? What's going on? We're right in the middle of the action here. Yeah, why are you in there? We're in the vents.
I'd say over 2,000 degrees.
What the frick?
I'm going in.
Is this fine? Okay, what's happening? He's what? It's 2000. Okay, what? Is he dreaming?
I've activated the emergency suppression system.
All his vital functions are completely normal.
The interface unit is operating within expected parameters.
It's like VR.
The interface is perfect for Geordi because his visor inputs allow the probe to transmit information directly into his cerebral cortex.
I see.
I'd like to get the probe out of the Jeffries tube onto the launch bay before we reach Merichny 7.
Will do.
But is it real?
When his brain sends a message to move his leg, the interface should move the probe instead.
Apparently the tactile sensors are too low. I will increase the input.
So that's a probe shaped like Geordi. So weird.
Why the bodysuit?
It provides tactile sensations so that Geordi can feel he's in the same environment as the probe.
Yeah, I bet that feels wild.
Geordi, what's wrong?
Nothing. I'm seeing my reflection in a panel. Forgot what a handsome guy I am.
He is handsome. Weird. What a weird way to start an episode. Certainly no captain's log.
Captain's log,
Interface.
Stardate 47215.
Here we go, captain's log.
We're responding to a distress call from the science vessel Raman, which is apparently trapped inside the turbulent atmosphere.
We're always responding to a distress call.
Something must have happened down there. Maybe the shields failed or they had some kind of inversion reaction in the nacelles.
Any life signs?
We've already tested the interface at about 70% of tolerance.
We shouldn't have any trouble going higher. The safety override will kick in at about 98%.
We're pushing the limits, though.
Send it directly to the aft section of the Raman through the secondary airlock. That way it should put it just one bulkhead away from the bridge.
As soon as it's ready, take the rest away from there.
Make it so.
All right. Make it so. He hasn't said that in so long. Make it so.
How's life on DS3?
The Ferengi have already been accused of trying to bribe the Breen pilot into throwing the race.
Of course.
Then the ship disappeared without a trace.
The Hera.
I'm afraid so. The Excelsior and the Noble have been retracing its course for the last 72 hours.
Excelsior. Cool ship name.
I'm going to keep them at it for another 72. But to be honest, I don't think another week would make any difference.
What does he want from him?
I'll inform Commander Forge.
Oh. He knows someone on there?
The Hera is missing.
My mother?
His mom?
Forge has disappeared, along with the rest of her crew.
His mom is a captain? I did not know that. Do we know that already? I don't know anything about Geordi that I can remember, right? We don't know about his family. His mom's a captain? Cool. Well, she's missing.
Maybe you should meet her. Take a shuttle over and I'll introduce you. But if
My
you're
mother's
too
always
busy,
trying to find me a
I'll see
wife.
you.
Matchmaker.
This came in about 3 weeks ago. I never got back to her.
Dude, you never think it's the last time you'll talk to someone until it is.
The interface is calibrated specifically to my visor's inputs.
Yeah, they
It would
need
take
him.
you at least 10 hours to convert it, and those crewmen down there can't wait.
And his brain is unique for it.
I'm the best person for the job, and there's no reason why we shouldn't proceed as planned.
The Hera is reason enough.
The Hera is missing. That's all.
He's probably happy for the distraction, but also he probably needs some time.
Regard to Commander Data. Report.
We are ready to bring the interface online, sir.
Proceed.
Make it so. What if he has like a mental breakdown while he's in there?
That's better.
Your pulse has gone up. Your nervous system probably has to get used to the input levels.
I'm excited, that's all, Doctor.
They're gonna max it out.
I'm all right.
I'll be the judge of that. If your heart rate gets too high, we're going to disconnect you.
Understood.
Is a hard disconnect, I wonder, like bad for him?
He's trapped under some conduit from the bulkhead. Gonna need more power to the tractor beam.
Go to 80% of tolerance data. No higher.
That makes him stronger? Makes the probe stronger.
Data, give me a phaser burst. Narrow focus,
This music.
level 4 intensity.
He really knows how to use that probe. Is everyone dead? Oh my god. This cello.
They're dead.
What
All
the
of them.
frig? What happened?
There's a fire in here.
It can't really hurt him, right? Can it?
My
Is he really
hands.
burned?
They're burned.
But how? But how? What? Commercial break. Does his brain make it real?
It was so strong that it created a feedback loop.
Sensors that were transmitting the sensation of heat to my hands must have overloaded.
Just kept burning and burning.
7 people lost their lives down there, Captain. We should at least retrieve the information they were collecting.
Doctor.
Ever the scientist.
It's something I've got to do anyway.
She already did all her space medicine. Does it have something to do with his mom?
How are you, Dad?
Oh.
The service for the Hera will probably be on Vulcan. Most of the crew are from there.
Oh. But they didn't even find them yet,
Don't you think everybody's jumping the gun here?
right?
Last I heard, there were still 2 starships out there looking for them.
He just thinks she's dead.
The search isn't much more than a formality at this point.
Wow.
Geordi,
Maybe he's right.
Yeah, well, you can think that if you want. But until I see some hard evidence, I'm not going to give up hope.
Yeah. What you up to, Data? Is he staring at an empty screen?
I've completed the adjustments to the interface. I am now waiting for Commander Riker to finish moving the probe. Do you need to be comforted?
Yes.
I was just passing by. I was wondering what you were up to.
I am using the time to catch up on my study of poetry. We're encouraged to fully acknowledge the emptiness of the experience.
I
Wow.
remember a few lectures from Starfleet Academy that seemed that way.
It's humorous.
While you claim to be just passing by, that is most likely an excuse to start a conversation about this uncomfortable subject.
And he probably doesn't want to talk about this part of it.
You may experience the emptiness with me if you wish.
Thanks.
That's sweet. 2 buddies experiencing the emptiness.
You know, Data, maybe you gave up a little too easily.
I do not understand.
He wants to talk about his mom.
You do wish to speak of your mother.
Am I crazy to think that she's still alive?
Your sanity is not in question. However, your evaluation of the available information is biased.
Of course.
She's gotten herself into and out of impossible situations before. Why should this be any different?
Yeah, I'm sure his mom's very capable.
The Hera have rarely ended with the safe recovery of ship and crew.
That makes me feel much better. Look, I'm sorry, Data.
I'm not offended. You are upset. Your reactions are not surprising.
So he could read the sarcasm there.
If she really is dead, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I wonder if we'll get resolution on that in this episode.
Initiating interface.
I can't see anything.
I'm increasing the input now.
If only he could wear his visor as the probe.
Geordi,
Is his mom?
Geordi, do you hear me?
Commercial break. I got chills. What, is she a probe too?
Geordi, who are you speaking to? What are you seeing?
But is it really you?
But how?
The Hera? You mean the Hera is down there?
We're disconnecting you right now.
No, wait! We need your help.
Yeah, she's like, you've lost it.
Geordi!
Oh,
The cutoff has been automatically activated.
is he stuck there? Is he stuck as the probe?
Is there any indication what caused this hallucination?
His brain functions are normal.
I told you, I wasn't hallucinating.
I'm not sure.
So you believe that what you saw was some kind of transmission?
Somehow, she has managed to communicate with me.
I see.
Of a transmission of any kind.
Maybe I'm the only one who can detect it because I'm interfaced with the probe.
Maybe.
Any other kind of sensor.
Granted, but how could he perceive his mother visually as if she was standing there in the room?
Hologram?
When the brain receives something it doesn't understand, it interprets the input as best it can.
You see?
I'm not saying that your mother was really communicating with you.
Yeah, she's saying the opposite.
Well, at least let me go back down there just to be sure.
I do not recommend that he use the interface again.
I
The sensory
agree.
overload almost killed.
But he's gonna do it.
Geordi,
It's for your own good, man.
I'd like you to talk to Counselor Troy. She's expecting you.
But I feel bad for him too. Like everyone's just treating him like he's hallucinating and he really believes that he's not.
What's your mother like, Geordi?
She's
Brilliant.
brilliant.
I knew he was gonna say that because she's a brilliant captain.
About 7 months ago, when she first took command of the Hera, went to a party she had for her crew.
She's a new captain. Or on a new ship.
I mean, I suppose I could have made the time to go and see her, but, I just didn't think that.
Maybe this is all his guilt.
You're worried about the disappearance of your mother. Guilty that you didn't see her.
Yep.
So you're unwilling to consider that she might be dead. Your need to believe she's alive is so strong that
He's seeing her. It's possible.
The more involved and complicated and unending your story is,
The more likely it's not real. I feel bad for him, but I don't think that's his mom.
As long as we keep them both above the troposphere, that'll be all right.
Then in that case,
But what about the Hera? We'd be leaving my mother and her crew stranded on the planet.
She's not there.
What if that's what happened? Not a warp bubble, but a subspace funnel.
Funnel?
The ship could have accidentally picked up some residual traces that directed the funnel right back here.
So the Hera's in one piece, somewhere out there.
Wishful thinking, yeah.
Warp field, but who knows for how long?
Miss LaForge, do you have any evidence to support this?
Yeah, this is a lot of what if.
She asked me to bring the Raman closer to the planet.
Mr. Data, is any of this possible?
Theorize.
Yes, sir. However, it is highly unlikely.
Yeah.
How unlikely?
Nearly impossible, sir.
Let's proceed with the shuttle plan.
Captain.
Dismissed. Miss LaForge.
I get it, but he can't. It does suck though. They can't send something down just to check while they're there anyway. He's gonna do something. He's not just gonna be like, okay, fine.
When I was 5 and I went to school, I started to tell my new friends those same stories, pretending that she was alive.
Oh,
Then I started believing that she was alive, that she had just gone away, but that she was coming back.
I didn't really know any of this either, I don't think.
They told me it was important to accept the fact that my mother was dead.
With a 5-year-old?
I cried all that night. But after that, it started feeling better.
Your mother was dead.
Because he had closure.
I could see a body. If there were wreckage, I could accept it, but my mother has just disappeared.
Yeah, that is different. He's gonna do something drastic. This is kind of about the nature of grief, though, when you don't know what actually happened to someone, right? You don't know if they died or not. They just disappear. That happens. That's a very complicated kind of grief.
I suspected you would attempt to operate the interface alone.
Did you?
Data, he
I'm
knows.
familiar enough with your behavior patterns to predict certain decisions.
He knows you well, man.
You are disobeying the captain.
I can't just sit back and do nothing when I know that my mother may be down on that planet.
Will Data operate it for him?
If I leave without knowing for sure, then I'll have to live with that for the rest of my life.
Yeah, how could you just drive away? Yeah, I get it. I really don't know if she's down there, but I understand why he has to do it.
I cannot have you confined to quarters for something you have not yet done.
You know, we could both get in a lot of trouble for this.
There is a high degree of probability that you are correct.
Best friends, best friends.
I am establishing the interface.
Commercial break.
We were pulled into a warp funnel. That's just what I thought. How are we communicating?
I don't know.
Are you seeing the image of your mother?
Yes. And she's just confirmed everything I've been saying.
Which is, it's a little weird that it's exactly what he thought.
It's the only kind of signal they could send that could cut through the interference. We need your help. I've been thinking about this.
This feels like a trap.
The subspace distortion from the cascade should reverse the warp funnel. Your ship will end up right back where it started.
She doesn't want him to do that.
You're alive. That I was right about all of this. I can't wait to call Dad. He and Ariana had given up.
She's acting weird. Is she gonna disappear?
I'm losing the interface.
The probe is descending out of range.
You'll have to turn up the input gain to maintain my connection.
No.
We are already at 75% of tolerance.
Data, you can turn it all the way up to 100.
No.
Give my nervous system a chance to adjust.
But even at this level of input, you are already experiencing dangerous neural feedback.
And we saw what happened at 80.
Once I initiate the warp cascade, we can start dropping the gain. We'll be within sensor range of the Hera in a few minutes.
She's not saying much. I'm worried she's gonna clunk him over the head. I don't know. I just something feels weird.
Then we're gonna have to go beyond tolerance.
That
No,
would not be
we are not.
advisable. You must cease your descent.
No, Jordy, don't.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
I won't do it, Data. You're gonna have to increase the tolerance.
No, don't.
Disengaging safety system.
Oh, frig. He's doing it for his best friend.
Thank God.
Commander LaForge.
Yes, Captain.
Busted.
Geordie, you're gonna...
If I come back now, my mother and her entire crew will die.
I don't think so.
I'm scanning for your ship. I'm not getting anything.
It's not there.
We're still too far away.
Bull. She's lying.
I'm not finding anything.
Leave him. Don't touch him.
There's nothing there.
Oh, what the frig. Who are you? Just a ball of flames.
Caught on the ship.
Reduce the input gradually and still get him out before it's too late.
You killed the Ramon's crew?
He's just having a full conversation.
Subspace beings of some kind. Intelligent. When the ship went back into a higher orbit, the beings were trapped.
How do you know all this?
Oh, frig. Just an unknown entity.
But I don't think it was on purpose. They probably tried communicating with them the same way they're communicating with me.
But did they kill them? Are they dead?
I guess the interface is what protected me. I have to take them back, Captain.
Yeah. But
They can't survive, so
his mom's ship is not there.
I'll turn the ship around and come back just as soon as I'm...
No, it's not going to be that easy.
We're safe now. Goodbye.
See you later. Nefarious ball of light, it always is.
Can we switch the input?
Almost.
Fast.
Shields are failing!
This music.
Is it working?
His vital signs are stabilizing. He's going to make it.
Bev is good.
Captain's log supplemental. We have succeeded in
was wild.
disengaging Mr. LaForge from the interface.
But did he ever get resolution about his mom?
I take complete responsibility. That it was only...
I will deal with Mr. Data at another time. I will have to write this incident into your permanent record.
I guess that's fair.
You know, it's funny. When I was down there, it was so real. I felt like I had a chance to say goodbye.
So did he get some closure? The end. Okay, that was season 7, episode 3, and that really made me realize just how little we know at this point about Geordi's character. That's the first time we've seen any family stuff. As far as I can remember, it's possible I'm forgetting, but it seems to me like we haven't really delved very deep into his backstory that much. And it was nice to, know that his mom was a captain and stuff. We saw his dad just like very briefly. I kind of wish there was more with his parents in there. We've seen almost every character, I think. Yeah, with their family. Apart from Data, but even Data, we saw, his maker, and we've seen his brother a few times, and we've seen definitely more of his backstory than Geordi's, except for Guinan. There we go. We don't really know what her deal is, but besides Guinan, he's probably the most underdeveloped character, so it was really good to spend some time thinking about Geordi's backstory and his parents and all of that. His sister, that was good. I thought the virtual reality stuff was pretty cool. He's a probe, and he can feel everything and really see it connects into his brain. That's pretty cool. I liked it. I really got a weird vibe though when he started seeing his mom. I was just like, that can't be it. It can't be that easy. But so we don't find out what happened to her. We just don't. I hope we find out in the future, but something in my gut is telling me we're not gonna do any more with this story for Geordi. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. I want to know what happened to his mom. I want him to get some closure. He kind of said at the end there, it sort of felt a little bit like he got a chance to say goodbye, kind of, I guess. But it's a really rough note to leave it on for him. His mom just disappears. He never knows what happens to her. I think I said in the episode too, like, that's just such a complicated type of grief that I haven't thought a lot about. It's one thing to lose someone and know that, and they're gone, that, and you have to make your peace with it. That is a terrible kind of grief, of course, but it's another to just have somebody go missing and you don't know what happened. Maybe they're fine somewhere. Maybe they're not fine. Maybe, you don't know what happened. That is so complicated. Oof. Poor Geordi. I really hope sometime in this season, or in the movies, or somewhere in the future, we find out what happened to his mom. Poor Geordi. I did like to see, again, it was complicated though. I didn't want him to go back and use the suit again, but at the same time, I totally got why he had to. If he thought there was a chance she was there, he had to at least look, I get it. And I get why Data went and helped him. As much as he tried to make a logical reason for it, it's because he cares about him. He does, and he's his best friend, and he would do anything for him, I think. He would do it. He went above the safety parameters. He knew that was the wrong thing to do. He did it because Geordi asked him to. So I did like to see that demonstration of their friendship. That was really nice to see. Although I was conflicted because I was like, don't do it. But at the same time, you're like, go Data. You need a friend like Data sometimes. You want to do something that people are telling you not to do, but it's the right thing for you to do. And your friend sticks with you. That is nice. But yeah, this was a complicated one. It's making me think about a lot of complicated grief stuff. And poor Jordy. And I just wonder if we'll find out. No spoilers. Don't tell me if we'll find out anything about his mom. I don't want to know. I would like to know when we get there if it does happen. Let me know what you guys think of this episode. I'm very curious to hear your thoughts. Next week we will check out a DS9 and a TNG. I'm looking forward to it as always. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I had a great time. I hope you had a great time too. And I will see you next time. Bye, guys.